Hi guys, today we're going to take a look at the Crypt Warriors for a 400 plus monk. I have a couple of analyzers here. Both of those I believe are with full charms, but with no animus. So I don't have animus on this. So yeah, the expected experience you can get is somewhere around 6kk raw per hour with loot of around 700 to 1kk per hour. This gets better and better with levels as you're using fewer and fewer supplies. But it also kind of depends on how lucky you get with the ruthless axe drops. But yeah, I usually found I was getting somewhere between 700k per hour to about 1kk per hour. And yeah, overall, I think this place is pretty damn good. The main reason I really like this place is that it's a single creature respawn, which means that if you just roll like a free EXP prey in your daily rerolls, this spawn becomes very, very good. I don't hunt it much without the prey, but if I get a nice EXP prey, I definitely make sure to come check it out because, with 40% EXP prey, this becomes more like an 8.4kk raw experience, which at that point it becomes very, very good. Definitely worth coming. But even outside of that, 6kk raw with profit is a pretty good spot. So I give it an A plus tier rating. For the difficulty, I give it about an 8.5 at level 400. So it is definitely difficult. Definitely keep that in mind. Those monsters deal a lot of damage. So if you come here at 400, you definitely need full best in slot. Otherwise, they're going to be too hard. But by the time you like level 500, it's only like a 7 out of 10. And it's if you know what you're doing, it shouldn't be too much of a danger. Bestiary is 2.5 hours. You'll need, like I said, level 400 plus. You need the Order of the Lion quest completed so that you can get access to the catacombs. And this place can be effectively hunted by monks, definitely, paladins, definitely, sorcerers and druids, definitely, duos, definitely. Knights are a maybe, just because those monsters deal so much damage, you can't exactly box them. You would have to be kiting them around. And as we know, an EK is not super efficient at kiting playstyle. So I don't know. I can feel it being like possible as a showcase sort of deal, but I don't think any knight is really going to be hunting here seriously. And full team hunt, no, because there's not enough respawn. I recommend all standard imbuements as well as a death protection imbuement. As you can see, there's a lot of death damage. Definitely, if you come in here, at the lower level, I highly recommend having that death protection imbuement. It makes it much, much easier. The recommended weapon type for a monk is energy. With regards to supplies per hour, you'll start off doing about 1,300 ultimate spirit potions. At this point, at level 550 or so, I'm using about 500 instead of 1,300, which means that the profit goes up. It's much more easy, etc., etc. But you'll probably start off with about 1,300, 6 transcendence potions per hour. For charms, I recommend Divine Wrath. If you don't have that, then just use a crit charm, but Divine Wrath does loads of work here. I believe they're like 125% to holy. So very, very good. For the wheel, I'm using Ascetic Quadrant at the moment with some lesser gems with flat hit points, and the character you'll see in the video is level 434 Monk with 103 Fist and 45 Magic level. For the route, kind of hard to draw it out. Obviously, the map is kind of like this, but basically, I'm kiting kind of like this. Then I do a big pull. I finish off the pull here by the staircase. Then I go down the staircase and I go like this. Just sort of killing and kiting everything, finish it off here, go into the TP and go back. And then I go through here, kite like this, and I'll finish the pull somewhere by the staircase. So you effectively kind of just finish in like 3 places, right? You finish in this one little place on the left here, then down there in the -1, and in here as well. But generally, kind of just kiting and hitting things as you go. Some of them will be dying behind you. You can loot them on the next lap. And yeah, overall, like I say, I really like this spot. It's great with praise. EXP Prey does loads of work here, so can highly recommend it. Not like an unbelievable spot or anything, but it is very, very good in my opinion. A plus, so I do recommend you check it out. But it is difficult if you come here as early as level 400. Anyways, thanks very much for watching. I'll play you the video now. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to answer. Bye bye.